Good morning, children. Welcome back. I hope you all are well and fine. Today we will study the ninth chapter of Class 3 Social Studies, Heritage of India. In this chapter, we will study what is heritage, material heritage of India, non-material heritage of India, and preserving our heritage. Now, what is heritage? What do you mean by the term heritage, children? Heritage is something which we receive from the people who lived before us, people from the past, our ancestors, our grandparents, their parents, and so on. So, something which we receive from the people who lived before us is known as heritage. India has always been a land of diverse cultures, thereby making our country rich in its heritage. Now, what is culture? What do you mean by culture? Culture means to cultivate. Anything related to arts, architecture, music, literature, ideas, and behavior of a society is a part of its culture, of that particular society. In the past, India had many invaders, visitors, and settlers from other parts of the world, and they brought their culture and ideas to our country. This made India's heritage even more rich and diverse. Got it, children? Now, India's heritage is classified into material heritage and non-material heritage. Material heritage includes things that are physically present, which can be seen. And non-material heritage include those things which are not physically present and are just passed from one generation to another, like music, dance, theatre, etc. Material heritage of India. Material heritage includes things that are physically present. For example, monuments, buildings, and religious places. These have been created by our ancestors and the people living in the past. Now, let us see cave paintings and sculptures. Cave paintings and sculptures. What are cave paintings, students? Cave paintings are one of the oldest forms of art and which are thousands of years old. These constitute paintings on the walls and ceilings of the cave. See here, one example is given, cave painting at Bhimbetka. One of the finest examples of India's cave paintings are found at Bhimbetka rock shelters. Even many paintings from the Stone Age have been found on the rock shelters and the caves of Bhimbetka. These paintings are symbolic representations of elements of nature, for example, animals, plants, and flowers. Other famous cave paintings and sculptures in India are found at Ajanta and Ellora caves. So, where are other sculptures found, children? In Ajanta and Ellora caves. These caves are unique for their combination of art, architecture, and sculpture. So, these cave paintings and these caves, Ajanta and Ellora caves, are unique for their combination of art, architecture, and sculpture. Temples in India. Many magnificent temples in India reflecting the values and beliefs of the people were built in the olden times. Like children, now you can see many temples around your locality. Similarly, many temples, magnificent, huge temples were built in the olden times. Temples found in the southern India are rich in architecture. The Tirumala Venkateshwara temple in Andhra Pradesh is the richest temple in the world. So, the Tirumala Venkateshwara temple in Andhra Pradesh is the richest temple in the world. The Meenakshi Amman temple in Tamil Nadu is one of the few temples that has 4 entrances in 4 directions. So the Meenakshi Amman temple in Tamil Nadu has 4 entrances in the 4 directions: east, west, north, south. All the 4 directions, 4 entrances are there. It is dedicated to goddess Parvati and houses 14 gopurams. It is the most prominent tourist attraction in Madurai. So the Meenakshi Amman temple is the most prominent tourist attraction in Madurai. See here, image of Meenakshi Amman temple is given. See, it is a huge temple. Now, what is the meaning of Gopurams, children? Gopurams means the pyramid-like towers over the entrance gate of a temple. They are pyramid-like towers. They are built like this, like in the shape of a pyramid. Okay, children? The Brihadeshwara temple in Thanjavur was built by the Chola king Raja Raja. So the Brihadeshwara temple in Thanjavur was built by the Chola king Raja Raja. The temple has beautiful carvings on its wall and houses an extremely large statue of Nandi, which has been carved out of a single rock. So see, children, statue of Nandi at Brihadeshwara temple. It is carved out of a single stone. This is the huge statue of Nandi at the Brihadeshwara temple. The Red Fort was originally known as Qila-e-Mubarak, meaning the blessed fort. So, the Red Fort was originally earlier known as Qila-e-Mubarak, and the meaning of Qila-e-Mubarak is the blessed fort.